Okay, we've got another one of these ICP carrier type air handlers. And it's another one of these that are real easy to change out. It has a half horse ECM that is not doing well. And we have one right there. And one thing for sure is you always need that EM model. But here's a half horse. This should be plug and play. So I know we just did one the other day, but we'll see if I get any different type or better footage at all on this one. Let's go see what we can do. All right. In the attic here. Looks like they got a April air sort of scabbed into the back there, so let's open this up and demonstrate once again how easy these are to repair. Pretty quick and easy. Does not look like it's ever been changed. And the blue was on number 2 and the white was on number 4. Speed taps. And the shaft is nice and crusty rusty. Try to deal with it some first. So, first thing we'll do is loosen the set bolt. Take it actually all the way out. And we will take our universal hammer tap this wheel down a little bit. Very important to try to hit the hub and not this bell that holds all the blades. Now this one is going to be pretty tough, as I think you saw. this one is really crusty and rusty. Pretty bad. So the old trusty jack of all sprays. Try to get one shot of it up in the set bolt hole. I'll tell you what, this one here is pretty bad. Let's see if we can make it spin. Nope. Yep, just not very easy. So you get it spun to where it's hard to spin, and then take another shot of this right up in the set bolt hole. Spin it past the easy spot into another hard spot. And try to spray it up in that set bolt hole again. Then I'm going to try to leave it in the loose spot that I can feel. So hopefully that oil will keep soaking and doing a little bit of work while we get this side loose. Whoops. Remember right, it's the blue, oops, no, the brown that fits those. So I don't think this is going to be an easy one. We're going to wind up fighting this one a little bit. Doing this video in real time just to demonstrate for all these guys that swear by the pullers. And they swear up and down how I need a puller, I need a puller. I can tell you this one's not going to be easy. Don't really want to use a hammer on it, so I'll tap on it with this rubber end of this. But This one is not going to just come right out. But there you go. So for those guys that still swear up and down they need the puller, they can have it. Okay. Not quite loose enough. There we go. Well, all right. Get that out of the way. Bring the new green leaf, or whatever we want to call it, Evergreen. I've just noticed these Evergreens seem to be very slightly bigger, and I thought they are basically the same motor. It's just a little bit tougher to slide them together. As far as getting the thing over the top end cap of the motor there. Alright, now I'm going to get it a little more snug to where those things don't slide off every time I try to move it. Quite enough. There we go. That's pretty snug and kind of tough to move. But I can still get it up into place there. Just a tad higher. And now we'll tighten it up. And she is ready to go back in. I'll go ahead and peel this sticker off. And when I put it back on, going to see to it that the front here where the sticker is has the terminals pointed that way. I'm going to put these in by hand a little bit. Try to get them all started before we take the drill to them. And run them all three down, and the fourth one will tighten. And we'll tighten them all. All right. Now, put our set screw back in. Take this wrench and boy, that's a rough noise, ain't it? Turn the shaft to where the flat spot is where we want it. And I'm going to set this okay, this motor was on the bottom. So instead of perfectly centering this, I'm going to slightly go away from the motor. That way the shaft wear, as it wears in over the years, assuming we're going to get years out of this one.
Huh?
Out.
Huh?
Putting it back in.
Oh, you're putting it back in already? Wow.
Okay. Crank that down pretty good. And as you can see, there's a slightly bigger gap here than there is there. Right. Just
Slice
go.
back in, huh?
Disco. Now, hope I got those right.
Uh-oh. I hope so too.
All right, she's back together. Got the blue speed tap on 2, white one on 4, and this top plug with the high voltage and the common. It'll only go in one way, so you don't have to worry about it. So I'm gonna go hit the power and we're gonna watch it change direction. Even though we've seen it before, we'll just watch it change direction and then we'll put the door on once it's working right. All right, I hear the little hum of the transformer. Looks like it. And they got a nest, so the customer went to go turn it back on for us. So it should turn that way, which would be counterclockwise if we were the motor. All right, now we're seeing it turn backwards first. And what it does, I guess, is it feels no resistance in that direction. So it'll stop and go the other direction and it will feel some resistance or some static pressure, resistance from that. So now it'll go the other direction and it will program itself to operate in that direction from here on, which is what it just did, and then it kicked in. And now it'll ramp on up. And we are fixed. So let's put the door back on. And that was pretty quick. So I might not want to sell ICPs, but I sure do like to work on them. All right, so our little kit we had here was sandpaper, Jackerball sprays, had our tray full of chucks, a couple of wrenches in there, 8-in-1, whoops, drill, complete kit in the motor, so I just carried that up here. Did not have to go back and forth to the truck at all. But that's because I knew what was wrong. So if you count the diagnostic trip, we did make that. So let's go downstairs and make sure it's cooling. Find out if they want us to do any further servicing. It's a nice aluminum door here. So we're all done. And uh-oh, look at that.
Wow.
The old nest. So, well, it looks like they got all new sod here. Guy's kind of a friend. So he's able to take a little ribbing and railing over his nest. Said his son actually put them in. But anyway, so I'm gonna run that video in real time. And dadgummit, you should be able to see with that little kit just exactly how long it took to install the Evergreen.